Hey guys, just make sure my mic's on. Let me know if the music's too loud. I just thought I'd put some music on today, rather than it just being kind of dead. So, hey Flyby guys, hey Travels with Rosie. How are you guys today? And that's a reminder for me to turn my phone down. Hey Kenneth. So yeah, I wanted to come on live today because I've just been really quiet. Hey Ronaldo. I've just been really quiet the last few weeks. Just not feeling so great, and so yeah, that's just basically the reason. So I've just been taking it easy, really, just having a bit of a rest and just trying to get back some energy and stuff. But I'm all good, and the reason that I've been feeling so crappy is because I am growing a little person. So yeah, it's coming up to like the end of the first trimester. I'm 13 weeks pregnant, and it's just been, yeah, tiring and feeling very sick most days, just not having the energy to do anything and just can't be bothered to do anything. But I am starting to feel a little bit more normal, a little bit more myself recently. And before I like, I guess around July time, I had all these videos planned and had everything kind of like scheduled out and stuff. And hey Andy, and thank you. And yeah, I had all these videos planned, and I was, gonna get on it and stuff, and I had loads of reviews to do and just general videos to put out. And then it was just like, yeah, I can't. I just feel so sick every day and tired every day. So but yeah, so I am starting to feel a lot better these days and just have a little bit more energy. And it's just like when I get towards the end of the day, I just feel completely zonked, and it's just, yeah, that's basically why. So yeah, it's very exciting. It'll be my second, so I don't actually remember feeling like this with the first one, although it could just be because of the fact that I have a toddler and I have all these other things to do as well, so there's a lot going on at once. But yeah, really excited. And yeah, it's surreal. So the first scan, this was, I just realised I was holding it upside down. So yeah, this is the scan from today, and yeah, the baby's all good. And it was just, it's always surreal when you see the baby for the first time, because it's obviously a confirmation that there is a little person growing inside, and it's just watching them flip around and wriggle around on the screen is just amazing. So yeah, that's my news. But yeah, in terms of videos, I've got some coming up, and I started actually doing one on the Insta360 because I got that a little while ago, and I've used it a couple of times because what day is it today? Monday. So yesterday was the first day that I actually went out and filmed anything, that because I haven't filmed in a while. And I'm actually working on, thanks Kenneth, I'm actually working on a short documentary which I'm really hoping that I can get out probably like the first week of October. And so I went out to film some pickup shots for that, because I started it like last year back in around Christmas time. And then the UK went into, I think that was either the second lockdown or the third lockdown, I can't remember. And then we had to just put the filming on hold, and so we picked it up in the new year, and I did the interviews and like the main footage, and then in, I guess, middle of summer, I went to do some other shots as well. And then I just started editing everything together here and there, and then just realised that I actually needed some extra footage. So I met up with Jules. He's the guy that's basically the feature of the documentary, and I did a documentary on him about 4 years ago, because I met him when I got my first mirrorless camera, which was the Sony A7S II, and I just went out and I was just filming on the street and just basically trying to get to know the camera and trying to use it and stuff. And he was busking and he was playing his saxophone, and I just started filming him. And then after he finished his set, he waved me over, and I went over and had a chat with him, and he just asked me what I was filming and stuff, and then we just started talking, and he just seemed like a really interesting guy. And I just said, do you fancy doing a documentary? And he was like, yeah, I was totally up for it. And he's such an awesome character. He's just, he's a really nice guy, and he's had such an interesting life. And so the whole point in this next documentary, when I got in touch with him, it was because I wanted to find out how lockdown had affected him, because he basically earns all his money from busking. And so thanks, Coded Photography. And so I just thought it'd be really cool to find out how he kind of survived during lockdown and what he did and stuff. So that's what the documentary is about, and it's also kind of joined with it's also for charity, so there's going to be a charity attached to it as well, because the whole, without giving too much of it away, the point of the documentary was to find out what he was doing during lockdown, and what he ended up doing during lockdown kind of links to this becoming a whole charity thing now, which is really cool. So that's hopefully going to be finished by like the 1st or 2nd week of October, and I'll premiere that on YouTube. And just look out for the trailer in the next couple of weeks, I guess. So that's one of the biggest projects that I've been working on. And then I also, hey Jason, and then I also, so recently I tried, so a long time ago, I had this hard drive. I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but I did just come on here to talk. So, but I had this 4 terabyte hard drive, and like all my footage was on there. So everything that I'd filmed since 2016 was on there. And the hard drive just failed a few years ago, and I thought I'd lost everything. And recently I tried to just get it working again. And a few days ago I managed to connect it and everything was working, and I managed to get all the footage off that I had on there. So I've been going through that hard drive and putting loads of footage together and loads of clips together for stock. So I came across this site called Black Box, which is really cool. You can work with different people as well. So if you had a project that you were working on with, say, like a sound designer or like a director, or anybody really, you could all kind of make money from the stock footage by becoming members of Black Box. So that's a really cool site to, if you have loads of footage that you think that is good enough to sell as stock footage, then check it out, because it's a really good site, and the commission's decent as well. And they have a Facebook group, so what I've seen is that a lot of people are genuinely making a decent amount of money, as long as you've got good quality clips and you upload regularly, and a fair amount of footage as well. So I've just been going through my hard drive and just cutting up clips from stuff that I've shot and submitting it. So that's what I've been doing, whilst I haven't really felt like filming and being in front of the camera, just from feeling tired. Made it to a live finally. Awesome. I remember you saying you were at work at the last one, Coded Photography. Let me just check something. So that's me. That's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. The other thing is that with the videos for YouTube, so I really want to, as well as doing this documentary, the other thing that I want to do is shoot some more shorts. And I mean, I've only done one, and that was, again, like 4 years ago. That was for the road reel competition. And I was going to do it this year, but I just don't, I don't really have an idea at the moment, and I don't want to rush it. So, but one of the things that I'm going to do is start thinking about some short films to shoot. So like 3 to 5 minute videos, maybe a little bit longer. And I've just come across a really good site, music site, where the music's just awesome. It's called Audio. And so what I want to do is like pick a few songs and then just think about stories that I could shoot to go with those songs. So that's one of the things that I do. If whenever I'm thinking about doing a short, I'll find a piece of music and then think about the story to go with that piece of music. I find that I work better that way rather than trying to find a story and then finding the piece of music to go with that story. That's just one way that I work, and I find it works really well. I love music, so I'm always listening to music and conjure up these little stories in my head, so I feel like that's a really good way for me to work. But yeah, that's I just wanted to come on and share that news and just explain why I've been so quiet and why I haven't done anything, because it is uncharacteristically like me. So yeah, that's it really. It wasn't going to be a really long live stream, just wanted to share that. But yeah, I don't know when the next live stream is going to be. I'm kind of just, before I was scheduling them to be every other Friday, and at the moment I'm just kind of going with the flow and just, you know, if I feel like going live, I'll go live, and I'll just put it up in the morning that I'm going to go live that day, just so that people can know a little bit in advance. So what mic am I using? I'm using the Shure SM7B. It's a really good mic actually, and it's well, you guys can hear it. But thank you, Ronaldo, thanks so much. Thanks for joining as well, thanks for coming on. But yeah, I'm using the Shure SM7B, and it's plugged into an audio interface called the Focus Scarlett Right T12 or TI2, and also a cloud lifter, because it's a really quiet mic, so it needs a bit of a preamp to just bring the levels up a little bit more whilst you're using it. And yeah, and then my camera's just the A7 III, and I'm using my Sony 24GM lens, G Master lens. I don't think so. Yeah, it's not on today, but I was also planning to go to the photography show. So yeah, I was planning on going to the photography show this year, which is on, I think it starts on Saturday and finishes on Tuesday. But I'm not going to be doing that now, because I just don't want to go places where there's big crowds at the moment. I just want to I just don't want to get ill. So yeah, it's a shame, because I was really looking forward to going to it this year, because obviously it was cancelled last year, and there were some really good talks on. There are going to be some really good talks on this year, but never mind, next year. But yeah, so thanks guys for joining the live. It's a really short one again, but yeah, I just wanted to, like I said, just share my news and keep you guys updated. So thanks for joining, and yeah, I'll catch you whenever. See you later, guys.